Hey guys, TJ from Guitar Crate here. Today we have a very important topic to talk about. It is about changing your strings. I'm not sure where this started, but I've been reading on the internet all over the place, almost every day, about how people think it's stupid to change your strings, and about how your strings should apparently last forever, or at least a really long time. And I'm trying to understand where this idea kind of came into play. I mean, your strings are the point of contact for your fingers to make the sound and for you to use your instrument, and your strings are where your pickups pick up the sound. So I mean, it's kind of like, you know, that point of contact is kind of like tires on your car. If you have tires on your car and you don't change them, you know, it's a problem. I mean, it's why you watch the race car drivers and they're driving around and their tires wear out and they change their tires like multiple times per race, because if you don't, you die. So it's like, you know, you gotta change your strings. And it's just like, I'm at a show and I'm watching these, you know, watching the band, and they got like these red strings. And I was like, red strings? Who makes red strings? It's rust. It's freaking rust. I mean, I don't understand. Is tetanus what you're trying to get? Is tetanus what this is all about? No, or even worse, like all the oils and all the crap that gets on the strings of your fingers. It's like, what, you want to get athlete's finger? Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that. You know, try and make a little bit light of the situation, but changing your strings is important, and it's probably the most important thing you can do for keeping your guitar's health up. Just like changing the oil on your car, changing the tires on your car, changing the strings on your guitar is something that you need to do to make sure that your guitar is always sounding correctly. Strings have a shelf life, just like your broccoli at the store. And there's a lot more detail to go into about that, but to keep it simple and to make the simple point is, your strings are going to deteriorate. They're not going to hold their elasticity. They're not going to hold their, you know, reliability and being able to hold the tone, and those things are going to change. And you're fighting a battle that happens once you put the strings on your guitar. What a lot of people also forget about is the fact that until the strings get to you, they have their own journey, and during that, just like your broccoli, they're on that shelf life and they're already starting to deteriorate before they even get to you. And that's one of the things that, at least for us here at Guitar Crate, we take very, very seriously. We have a first in, first out policy, so that the first guitar strings that come in are the first ones out, and we make sure that you always have the freshest strings possible. A really good example of that is very recently, depending on when you're watching this video, this will change, but from when this video is made here, 9 months ago, Ernie Ball changed their string packaging, and he changed them to look like these, nice and shiny, very cool. Well, a couple days ago I went to a big box music store, and these were actually still in a box underneath the stand that a guy pulled out to give me so that I could have the fresh strings. He actually gave me these instead of the ones up on the rack so I could have the fresh strings. But this pack of strings stopped being made no less than 9 months ago. And they're still at the store because they go from the factory, they get made, and then they get shipped out. They'll go sit in a warehouse, you name it, just like a guitar will get made at the factory, sit there for a little while till it goes to its buyer, makes it to the you know, warehouse it's going to sit at from whatever internet buyer or big box store has them, and then eventually it sits on the wall, and it could be 6 months old, 8 months old, a year old by the time it actually gets to you to even play it for the first time. So the strings are no different, and this is the actual proof of this. And it's not that there's anything broken. This wasn't a mishap. This is just how the industry works. It's how everything's structured in the industry. So it's not one store, it's not, you know, one manufacturer or anything like that. But what's important about this, as I said, Guitar Crate is very serious about this. 9 months ago, when Guitar Crate, or when Ernie Ball announced that they were making their string change and they unveiled the new packaging and the new decals and everything, 9 months ago, this is what went into our Guitar Crate boxes, because Guitar Crate orders our crates every month. We order our strings every month for that month. At best, full disclosure, at best, if there's a little bit of an overlap, we're a month behind, like we'll have some leftover from the month before. So at best, your strings are 2 months old when they get to you from Guitar Crate, and we do that on purpose. And we're very attentive to that, to make sure that you always have a fresh package of strings. So from the factory directly to us, it's in your hands immediately. We don't sit and stock up for 6 months and have 6 months reserve or 2 months reserve or 3 months reserve. We order every month for that month, so that the strings that were made go directly to you, and they go directly to you as soon as possible. Not just for the idea of making sure that you get cool things every month, or that you get to experience a new product, but remember, when you order stuff from Guitar Crate, whether it's just a strings only or strings and picks, or you actually get a plus crate or anything like that, you're ordering so you also get those strings that are fresh every time. You don't have your old strings. You don't have to worry about your strings snapping when you put them on. You're getting fresh strings when you order from Guitar Crate. So enjoy and subscribe to greatness.